You probably saw the footage, Rashee Rice back on the field, making plays that actually shifted drives, and you felt that electric jolt Chiefs fans live for. After a 6-game suspension, Rice returned and immediately injected life into an offense that's been searching for answers. In just 3 games since coming back, he's put up 20 catches for 215 yards and 3 touchdowns, numbers that matter because they came at the exact moment this team needed a spark. Yard barker. Here's the part that really stands out. He's not just catching passes, he's been efficient. Pro Football Focus has his yards per route run among the best since his return, ranking him inside that top-tier group of receivers the Chiefs love to lean on. That efficiency is exactly what makes Patrick Mahomes look twice. In fact, Mahomes has targeted Rice 26 times since he came back. That level of trust doesn't come overnight. Yard barker. Now let me give you a quick snapshot of the kinds of plays we're talking about. 2 receiving TDs against the Raiders, another score against Washington, and even a rushing touchdown against Buffalo. Those show a guy who can win vertically, find soft spots in zone, and turn designed rushes into surprise chunks. It's the variety that makes him dangerous and makes defenses pay. Yard barker. If you're watching this and thinking, man, finally, the offense looks like itself again, you're not alone. But before we get too carried away, there are questions that pop up the moment a player returns with this much immediate success. Will defenses start scheming away from him? How will rotations change with Xavier Worthy now sharing the field more often? We'll dig into that next. But for now, tell me, do you think Rice's return is enough to make the Chiefs' offense dominant again? Yes or no? Drop your vote in the comments. One quick favor, if you're enjoying this breakdown and want more tactical Chiefs stuff, hit subscribe. We're trying to hit 6,000 subscribers and a like on the video helps more than you think. I'll read standout comments in the next episode. Let's dive a little deeper, because the box score doesn't tell the full story of why Rashee Rice's return matters so much to the Chiefs' offense. When you look at the tape and the numbers side by side, you start to see something that's been missing since week 1. Consistency and rhythm in the short to intermediate passing game. Since coming back, Rice has averaged over 2 yards per route run, putting him among the most efficient receivers in football during that span. That's not a fluke. It means that when he's on the field, Mahomes is getting more value per dropback. Fewer wasted routes, fewer broken plays, and way more first downs. When you rewatch the Raiders game, it's easy to spot where the offense feels different. Mahomes didn't hesitate to hit Rice on those quick timing routes and slants that set up longer shots later. Those 2 receiving touchdowns were classic examples of chemistry between quarterback and receiver. Rice breaks cleanly, Mahomes delivers on time, and the offense finally looks like a unit that trusts each other. Then came the Washington Commanders game. Another reminder that Rice doesn't need 100 yards to make a difference. His 61 yards there came mostly in key spots, third downs, red zone sequences, and early drive completions that got the rhythm flowing. That's what defines a reliable receiver, someone who doesn't just pile up stats but moves the chains. And just when you thought you'd seen everything, Rice hits the Bills with a rushing touchdown. That's when it really clicked. Andy Reid isn't just easing him back in, he's designing around him. Jet motion, screens, quick hitters. These are plays built for a guy the staff clearly believes in, but numbers alone don't make a story. Timing does. Before Rice came back, Mahomes was spreading the ball to everyone, maybe too evenly. Targets were high for role players, but production wasn't. Now, with Rice back, we've seen 26 targets over 3 games, which tells you where Mahomes' trust is heading. That kind of chemistry reshapes the whole offensive picture. Here's a question for you. If you were building the Chiefs' offensive game plan, would you make Rice the #1 target every week, or still rotate heavily with Worthy, Watson, and Valdez-Scantling? Drop your opinion below. I want to see how fans would balance that rotation. And one more thing, think back to last season. The Chiefs were good, but they weren't unstoppable. This version of the offense, With Rice creating after the catch and forcing defenses to shift coverage, it feels closer to what we expect from a Super Bowl caliber team. If you're into this kind of Film Plus stats breakdown, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell, because next we're talking about how Rice's rise might be changing the role of first-round rookie Xavier Worthy, and whether that's good or bad news for the rest of the receiver room. Give the video a like if you want a full Worthy deep dive soon. It really helps the channel as we push towards 6,000 subscribers. All right, now let's talk about the ripple effect. Because Rashee Rice's comeback doesn't just impact the box score, it changes how everyone else in that receiver room fits into Andy Reid's offense, especially rookie Xavier Worthy. Before Rice returned, Worthy was seeing steady usage, plenty of snaps, routes, and those creative motions that opened up space underneath. But once Rice came back, things shifted. Mahomes started locking in on Rice more frequently, and that meant fewer looks for Worthy. Over the last 3 games, Rice has drawn 26 targets, while Worthy's total dipped noticeably. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it raises a question. How do you keep both players involved without losing rhythm? See, Worthy brings something Rice doesn't: pure, unfiltered speed. He's that home run hitter, the guy who forces safeties to backpedal 5 yards before the snap. But when Rice is rolling, the offense naturally slows down a bit. More quick hitters, more short intermediate routes that let Mahomes control tempo. It's 2 different gears in the same engine, and finding the balance between them could be the key to unlocking this offense for the rest of the season. The good news? Both can win, if the coaching staff plays it right. We've already seen glimpses of Reid blending their skill sets. Play-action crossers where Rice pulls coverage inside, leaving Worthy free down the sideline. If that connection starts clicking, it's game over for most defenses. The danger, though, is overcorrecting. If the team leans too heavily on Rice's possession ability, they risk losing that vertical threat that keeps defenses honest. Let me throw this out to you. Do you think Worthy's best role is as the clear number 2 behind Rice? Or should he still rotate in as a co-lead receiver with different play packages? Drop your take in the comments. Just one word: starter, complement, or rotation. I'll check the votes and bring up the top choice next episode. From where I'm sitting, it feels like this is the kind of internal competition the Chiefs needed. Rice's efficiency and physicality meet Worthy's speed and unpredictability. When both are on the field, Mahomes has the freedom to read and react instead of forcing plays. That's when he's at his best. If you're enjoying this kind of analysis, hit that subscribe button and help us reach 6,000 subscribers. We're building something special here for Chiefs Nation. And tap like if you think the Rice-Worthy combo could turn into the most dangerous WR duo in the AFC by playoff time. Up next, we'll take this even further: how Rice's return reshapes the entire offensive identity of the Kansas City Chiefs. Stay tuned. Let's zoom out for a second. When Rashee Rice came back, the entire Chiefs offense felt different, smoother, more confident, and honestly, more dangerous. It wasn't just about one player making plays. It was about balance returning to a unit that had been searching for its rhythm all season. Before Rice's comeback, Kansas City's offense looked uneven. Mahomes was spreading the ball around, sure, but it often felt like he was searching for trust, someone he could rely on when the pocket collapsed or the coverage tightened. Now, with Rice back, that security blanket is there again, and when Mahomes trusts someone, the entire system runs sharper. Timing. Routes click, checkdowns open up. The running game even benefits because defenses can't stack the box. Here's something worth noting. Since Rice's return, the Chiefs' offensive efficiency has ticked upward in red zone conversions and third down success. That's not coincidence. Rice gives Mahomes a physical, fearless target who fights for those tight window catches. That confidence bleeds into everything else, including play calling. You can actually see Andy Reid opening up the middle of the field again, mixing in slants, mesh routes, and RPO looks that disappeared earlier this season. But it's not all smooth sailing. Defenses are going to adjust. Once Rice becomes the clear focal point, he'll start seeing more bracket coverage, more safety help, and more disguised zone looks meant to bait Mahomes into going elsewhere. The challenge for Kansas City will be keeping Rice productive without becoming predictable. That's where guys like Worthy, Travis Kelce, and the backs have to step up and punish single coverage. If you're watching at home, here's a thought for you. Do you think the Chiefs' offense, as it stands now with Rice back, is strong enough to return to elite form? Yes or no? Drop your vote in the comments. And if you think there's still something missing, tell me what it is. What excites me most is how adaptable this version of the Chiefs looks. With Rice controlling the middle of the field and Worthy stretching the sidelines, it finally feels like the puzzle pieces are fitting again. The playbook looks deeper, Mahomes looks more relaxed, and when Patrick is comfortable, this team becomes nearly impossible to beat. If you're loving this kind of perspective, hit subscribe, help us reach 6,000 subscribers, and give this video a thumbs up. Every like helps push Chiefs Nation content to more fans like you. Coming up next, we'll wrap everything up with one clear takeaway: what Rice's return means for the road ahead, and why his next few games could define the Chiefs' playoff push.